What's up, everybody? My name's Parasite. Welcome back to the Jose Mourinho Challenge with Sporting. Today we have, can I call it the end of season one when I've only played 2 games so far and I'm only going to play 4 in the season? I'm going to count it. The end of season one. We're going to take on Braga. It's a big game because they're currently 3 points ahead of us, but I did look at the rules and ties are first broken by head to head. And they only beat us 1-0. So if we can get a 2-3 goal win, we could be in a good spot. But saying that, we'd have to beat Porto in the last game of the season. So, yeah, we might not play that Porto match if we don't beat Braga here. Because I think anything other than a win, and we cannot catch them because they'll have the head-to-head advantage. So yeah, if we don't win, I'll do a season review, and we'll look forward into next season where I'm going to start trimming this roster a little bit, altering this roster a little bit. So if we get into the squad for this match against Braga, I'm going with what I think our strongest team is. Do the opposition instructions and go to the team selection. We're playing a little bit more attacking tactic because we are at home, and I feel like we should be the better team. This team they won the league last year in real life. They have very good players. I feel like we should have an advantage. So Tomas starts up top. Gonçalves keeps the spot as the attacking mid. Sarabia and Santos come in as our wingers. Sarabia has actually been one of their best players this season, so I feel like if I'm trying to put out the best squad to win the most important game of the season so far, Sarabia's got to be in there. Santos also, I think, is our second best winger. Nunez and Ugarte, we do have a suspension to Paulinho, so he's going to miss this game. Ugarte's going to come in. He's going to play that defensive mid on defend. I don't think he fits that anchor man quite as well as Paulinho does. He's not as defensive. He only has 10 tackling. He's a little bit better going forward, so I think a defensive midfielder fits him a little bit better. I still want him on a defend role because I think one of these needs to be defend, and I feel like Ugarte is going to be the one that takes that job, and though Nunez, he has the same tackling, so there's no big difference there. But other than that, it's the same back line we played with in the first match. Benage gets to start at left back, Inacio Coates, Porro, and Don. So this is a big match. This tactic has started off working pretty well. Obviously, we got the 5-2 win in the first game, but quality of the opposition can be called into account. But second game against Benfica, a little bit more defensive one, worked really well. So I have high hopes for this tactic and this team. So let's just get into it. I want to strengthen our Champions League chances with a win here. A big win, and we control our own destiny. I trust all of you to make the difference. Go out there and make me proud. We get our first highlight in the 17th minute. No real stats for either team so far. It's been a pretty cagey match. But Braga are going to start with it, playing on a defense. We can maybe turn them over here, be in a good spot, but they're playing pretty well between their 3 players on the right side at the back there. Right back, center back, and right central midfielder. Just playing it between each other for a good minute almost. Oh, and then the goalkeeper wow. That was a terrible miss. Goalkeeper gives it away in a horrible place for them. And Tomas rewards it with a shot into row Z. That was not great. We saw something like that. I believe it was against Benfica. Yeah, it definitely was against Benfica. We saw a shot like that where he had such a good opportunity and just blazed it way over. Dude. I mean, he's been our best goal scorer this season. Obviously not with me at the helm. Okay, I didn't expect that to happen. Nuno Santos with an absolute rocket. I thought this was just going to end up being a nothing highlight, but Nuno Santos picks up the ball on the edge of the area, gets a 1-2 touches, left foot, near post, top corner. What a finish. That is not an easy shot to score. That was ridiculous. With our first shot on target of the game, by the way. Thank you, FM. They hit the crossbar with a pretty deep header. That would have been a very good header if he scored that. We are currently not ahead of them because there's only a 1 goal difference, which is what they won by in the first match, and they have a better goal difference overall in the league, so we're currently still 4th. We need another goal if we're going to leapfrog them. I don't know what happens if it's like 2-1. Does it still count as like a 1 goal advantage for either team, and then it goes to goal difference overall? I don't know. I'm not exactly positive. I think that's how it works. So I want to win by more than 1 goal. That's not going to help. Ruben Vinagre, who I looked through the team recently, he is our highest paid player as the worst starting player on the team. Like one of the worst players through the starters and the bench. We just don't have many options at left back. And he's our highest paid player. And there's nothing I can do about it. He's coming in from Wolves on a end of, I don't know if it's end of transfer or end of contract or just like a prepared transfer fee or what exactly the deal is, but he's coming from Wolves and I can't do anything about it. I can't sell him because he's going to be here for the first year technically on his deal. There's nothing I can do about him being the highest paid player and being absolute garbage. That's annoying because if you look at the team, the obvious position to improve is left back. But I don't know if I can do that when I'm paying him the most money of anyone on the team. I don't think I can have him as like a second or third stringer. As Pedro Gonçalves nearly does very well there. Kind of dribbles around the keeper. He still had a tight angle and 2 defenders on him, but he did his best. And wow, why is no one at the near post there? Hello? Is something wrong with our corner? Wow, what changed in our... I must not have remembered to set this one. That is a default corner, which is not what I want. That is more what I want. I'm actually going to switch these for this game. Usually the defensive mid right is Polina, who's like really tall and really good in the air. So I want him on the near post more than Inacio, but this game I want Inacio. Is it still... No, it's all right for the left side, just the right side didn't have it right. I'll have to look at that after this game. That was not the best corner, but now we've learned. We still need 2 goals. There's the corner like I wanted to see it. That's more like it. At least getting the shot on target. Now we have a free kick. Sarabia to take. We've got decent free kick takers, and Sarabia proves it. A good left-footed finish from this little right-hand side just outside the box. Curls into the top corner on the 56th minute. That's a good free kick. We have scored 2 very good goals today, which I don't know if that's a good thing, that we have to score like bangers to actually score. There are only 2 shots on target. They have 60% possession. I don't know. They have much... Wait. Oh, yeah, penalty. It's like, how do they have such high XG with 1 shot on target? It's because it was a penalty. I don't know. I still feel like we've been doing all right. I still think we can win this match by multiple goals. Just need to be a little bit better in the second half. You weren't that bad, but I believe you can still improve. I have faith in you. We might have an advantage, but if we're going to control our own destiny, we need more goals. This isn't enough. Start again pretty early in the second half with a free kick for Braga. Both halves have started out with a Braga highlight, but we've done all right. We've gotten 2 goals to their 1, but still the play hasn't been perfect. Obviously, Tomas had a golden opportunity that he blazed over, and we took 2 very tough chances to actually score. They blazed 1 over, so we're even. And we're going to start with another highlight immediately from the goal kick. Adon's going to go looking for Tomas, who actually wins the header down. And we go through to Tomas. He's at a pretty tough angle. He's going to have to look for somebody in the box. And he does not make the right decision. That is a terrible pass. Luckily, they clear it to Porro. So we can start again. Nunez into Pedro Gonçalves. Back to Nunez. Over the top for Sarabia. Near post. Good chance. That is kind of where I'd want him to try that. Like, that he had no chance of going across goal. Maybe aim it a little bit higher, a little bit harder for the keeper to get to, but can't really fault him for that one. I don't know about this, though, as they're on a quick counterattack. They've got a 2-on-3, but good tackle by Pedro Gonçalves getting back. I do kind of risk only putting 2 people back, but having a guy on the edge of the area kind of gives us that little... Oh, we got an injury. Twisted knee for Nuno Santos. He's probably going to come off for that. He's playing very well, but I don't like... Oh, I don't want Tavara. Whoops. Can I cancel that? There's no way to cancel from here. Cancel? There we go. I want Tabata, not Tavara. So yeah, he's playing really well, but twisted knee is not a great injury. Like, I feel like if he played on, he would make it worse, and I don't want that to happen. Saying that, we have 1 game left. He's probably not going to be fit, even with the injury. Even without hurting it worse, he's probably not going to be able to fit for the next match. So do I say, screw it, play on, you're actually playing very well? I think I'm going to. He doesn't have an injury designation, so it's not an awful injury. I'm gonna risk it. I think it's the right call. He's still playing all right. He's been the best player in the team by rating, so I haven't really seen him do a whole lot, but other than that goal. But yeah, gotta keep him in there. Gotta make subs though now in the 80th minute. Not really creating anything. We need another goal. I'm gonna go attacking. Anything else I want to change about the instructions? I don't think I want to go more direct. If we had a better like striker in terms of being like a target man, I'd be much more likely to go more direct. I might push these wingers and midfielders on. I think maybe even go narrower to completely narrow. Basically, the way I like to play in terms of attacking width is if I'm looking for possession, you might think, oh, play narrower because players are closer together. It's easier to play short passes, which can be the case. But I like to go wide when I need possession. That just puts players further away from each other, which gives them more space, makes them harder to mark, gives more passing options, especially if you're not going strictly short. I feel like you can control possession pretty well by not going short passing, by just spreading out the defense, and you'll find a player open if your players are good enough. But I feel like for looking to attack with high tempo, and I think narrow is the best way to go. I think I want to go narrow. Don't want to change anything else there. Don't think I want to change anything else there. I might push the line up at least one for now. And like I said, I'm going to push the wingers up. Move Sarabia onto attack. Nunez can stay as a deep lying playmaker. Ugarte can go to box midfielder. And Pora will automatically go to attack because he's on automatic. Let's see if we can score. Tomas, I might switch to a poacher. Don't think we need to be... Nuno Santos does have an injury designation now. But he's playing even better. He's on an 8.2. I can't pull him. Vinagre also injured, and he's playing like garbage. So, I can pull. Mateus Reis comes in. Coates also playing like garbage. Gonçalves has been horrific. But, maybe I'll bring in Tabata as a midfielder. I mean, he's got really good dribbling and stuff. He could actually be a decent attacking midfielder. Doesn't have much in terms of finishing. Sarabia might actually be better as that attacking midfielder. Doesn't have quite the dribbling, but he's got better finishing ability. I don't know if I'd play him as a shadow striker, but I think I'm going to play Sarabia there and bring on... make sure I don't get the mess up again. Yeah, Tabata on the inside inverted winger role. Actually, I'm going to switch him and Santos. I think he's better as a winger, and Santos is better as the inverted winger. I've got a deep line playmaker, so I don't really want to go advanced playmaker. But I don't know if I want to go shadow striker. I'm going to go attacking midfielder attack. A little bit more involved in the play, not just looking to get on the end of the balls in the box. He's got more ability than Gonçalves has at that role, so I'm going to play him there. 3 more subs we can make. I'll keep one in case we need to take Nuno Santos off. But Sarabia is tired, but he's actually playing decently well, and I don't think Gerald Tavara, though he does have good passing, his mentals are just pretty poor for the most part. I don't think he's going to really make a huge difference in this game. I am going to bring on Paulinho for Tomas. He can play that complete forward attack. Those are the 3 changes I'm going to make so far. 2 left to make in case we need them. We've been the better team. We've been the much better team. We just haven't gotten that third goal. Like, they've had 1 shot on target and they scored it, and it was a penalty. Our XG is exactly the same. They've had many less shots on target. They have created the clear-cut chance, but I'm pretty sure that counts. The penalty counts as a clear-cut chance, so they don't. 1 half chance. They've dominated possession, but they haven't done anything with it. Santos wants to stay on, so I think I'm going to keep him on. I don't think anyone else comes into this match and improves the team. Braganca's pretty good. Nunez is playing well, though, so I don't really want to take him off. I don't really have anyone I want to bring on for Ugarte. I guess Nunez, can he play box-to-box? He's got decent stamina. Work rate's not the worst. He's actually a pretty good dribbler, so maybe deep line playmaker isn't ideal, so we don't really use his dribbling there. I actually think Braganca is not a bad box-to-box. He's got decent tackling. His ability in front of goal is not very good. He's a really good passer. That's really the only advantage he has is the tackling over Nunez in terms of being a box-to-box midfielder. Because Nunez has better stamina. Garte on a yellow. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try Nunez as a box to box and Braga as a deep line playmaker. I think I'm gonna hold on to the last sub just in case Nuno Santos gets injured in the last couple of minutes. I want to be able to make that change if I need to, and I don't think bringing in anyone else improves our chances of winning. So just gonna make that change. See the game out. We've got how much added time? 5 minutes. So encourage the team. Doesn't look like anything's gonna happen. We're gonna need Braga to drop points in their last match of the season, and we're gonna have to win. Unless they lose. No, even if they lose, they have to lose. We have to win. Wait, or an even. No, we can draw. If they lose, we can draw or win. But they're probably not going to lose because their last team they play, I don't think is very good. Guimarães, we're like mid-table. They might get a draw, but I don't think they're going to lose that game. So we have to beat Porto. Also, kind of annoying. We have to play our best players against Porto. Like if we could rest some players and try out some new players, if we know we can't change in the table, that'd be nice. But we didn't play as well as I know we can. But we got the result. For that, I'm happy. If we keep playing like that, though, we created a bunch of chances. We're going to end up putting them away. And we're going to be getting some very big wins. So just keep grinding. Keep improving every day. You only had 40% possession today, but still came in with a win. Was that something you went into the game intending to do? The only statistic that matters is that we scored more goals than they did. I do not care about possession. How important was it for your team to score just before halftime? Certainly made my halftime team talk a lot easier. 2-1 win. Like I figured, does not vault us over Braga. We are equal on points, but their goal difference is much better, so we have to win or draw. Probably win. We need... Guimarães do not have anything to play for. That's kind of unfortunate, so yeah. Braga need to win. Guimarães don't have anything to play for. I'm not optimistic, but we can't be too unhappy with how we finished the season. And we are back for the final day of the Liga Portugal season. We are playing Porto, who have a lot to play for. First and second are close. There's a pretty big gap, but then third and fourth are close. So all four teams have something to play for. Porto are trying to win the title. Benfica are trying to upset them to get to the title. And we're trying to get Champions League football. So we need help from 6th place, Vitória Guimarães, who have nothing to play for. And we need to beat who's been the best team in the league so far. So, and it's away from home. Those don't add up to a very high expectations, but we have the ability. We played well against Benfica. Man for man, I think they're probably better than Porto. I feel like they probably should be ahead of them in the table. If I was managing them, I think I would have them ahead of Porto on the table. Just no brag, but just facts. So yeah, we're going with what our best squad is, I think, that we can put out. I think it's, except for a left back, I think even in this one, Reece is the best option there, as this is a little bit more defensive tactic, the one we play against Benfica. We have had one player lost to injury, and it was a significant one, but fortunately wasn't a starter. Paulinho, the backup striker, got a hip injury. He's out 2 to 3 months. I mean, at least he has it right before the last game instead of middle or early in the season, but it's still not great because we legitimately only have 3 players that have any knowledge of the striking position. Paulinho, who's injured, Tomas, and Gonçalves. So I don't have a single player on my bench that has any idea how to play the striker position. Not ideal. But if we need a new striker, Gonçalves will move up. I'll bring in Tavara at attacking midfield or move Sarabi to attacking midfield, something like that. If I need to go strikerless, I'll go strikerless. I don't know. We'll deal with it. Luckily, it's only for the last game of the season, so I will look to bring in another striker next year because I think we need another striker. We need more than 2. If some of our wingers could play there, it wouldn't be as big of an issue, but literally none of them have any idea how to play striker. So this is the team we're going to go with. Like I said, I think it's our strongest team we could put out. Let's just get into it. Do what we can, and whatever happens, happens. This is a big rivalry match with a lot on the line. Even though we might be underdogs, I know you can win out there. I trust all of you. Go out there and make the difference. Starting off, not great. Porto have 4 shots in 7 minutes, and they have a goal. That's about as horrible as we could have possibly started. They've just been destroying us in shots, and then they score from a corner. Really, they probably should not have scored. We did not defend that very well. 5 shots, 2 on target. We've done nothing. They have 79% possession. This might get bad. Things have not gotten better. Possession literally hasn't changed. They're still high 70s. We still don't have a shot. They have like 9 shots already. How is this so much worse than Benfica? Like, we played alright in that first half against Benfica. It wasn't a blowout. We played very well in the second half, but this is the worst half of football I've played all season, obviously. I mean, we've only played 4 games, but still the worst half of football I've seen in this game for a while. I've not been beaten this comprehensively in a half in any other game for a while. This is not good. Diaz, Oliveira, Medi. Look, oh my, no one is marking Tecatito. And the shot gets saved and falls directly to Tony Martinez. And it's 2-0. This might get embarrassing. 12 shots to 0. 67% possession. I don't think we actually played this first half. I don't know if we actually walked out on the pitch and tried to do anything. That is the worst first half of football I might have ever had in my history of playing Football Manager. Like, in a competitive game. That was horrific. Frankly, boys, that was embarrassing. I know we're up against it, but this is a rivalry match, and you don't look like you care out there. Get it together. We have a pretty much immediate highlight in the second half. Our average player is on like a 6.3. This is literally the worst performance I think I've ever seen from one of my teams, and they're going to score again. The defending is just absolutely shambolic. I think he's onside. Dude, I don't know what's happening. We have not looked like this in our other 3 matches. We played Benfica, and we looked solid. This is incompetence. Straight up incompetence. At least we have a shot. We've had 2 shots, so we know we're actually playing the game now. I wasn't sure before, because they were literally just passing through us. We weren't making any tackles. We weren't doing anything defensively. And we weren't looking like we're ever going to score. Thiago Tomas, I think, needs to be replaced. He has, like, his composure's not bad, but he plays like he has one composure. In those one-on-one situations, he fluffs it every single time. Sarabia, 6.1. Santos, 6.3. Pedro, 6.2. Reese, 6.1. Inacio, 6.2. Adon, 6.1. I can't make changes because I can't change out my entire team. And that's what I have to do. No one's played any worse than anyone else. They've just all played like hot garbage. Another highlight, 70th minute. Are we actually going to get a shot on target? Because it'd be the first I've seen of the game. We have had one, I believe, on target. Tomas played over the top. He's going to fluff it. Straight at the keeper. He's young. He's got a lot of potential. But right now, he's not it. Of course, he started off my time here with a hat trick. But since then, he's just looked incompetent. He's missed every single opportunity given to him. Pedro Porro's now injured. That's not good. But he's missed he's not scored since he got that hat trick. He's not looked like scoring since he got that hat trick. I don't know if he's put a shot on target since he got that hat trick. I'm going to have to look at a new striker next year. He could be a backup, but I don't know if I can actually win a league with that guy as my striker. And they're going to score another one. Good save from the goalkeeper. The first of the game. And they're going to get a corner. They're probably going to score this, just how this match has gone. No, gets headed out by Coates, who should be winning that header against Tony Martinez, who I think might be 5'7". It's not over, though, but now it is over. Okay, we need to make changes. We have gone to our more attacking tactic. I did that after halftime. I mean, do I go attacking, possibly score, or possibly concede another 3? Or do I just look to stay balanced, hopefully not concede anymore, maybe sneak 1 and it doesn't look quite as bad? Just for morale, I don't think I want to push it. We're not going to come back. We're not scoring 3 goals in 10 minutes. Not with what I've seen from our front 4. I think we could even have Ronaldo, Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe in there, and we wouldn't score 3 goals. Changes have to be made, though. I mean, Sarabi has to come off. I mean, in danger of being booked, 6.2. He's actually gotten better. Reese is just awful. I'm going to play Escaio because Scovia is not very good. Escaio's, I think, is a better option there. Is that wrong-footed guy, but still. Nasiu's going to come off for Fidal because he can actually win balls in the air. Is he a ball player, though? Yeah, he's a decent ball player. He's got better heading ability than Nasio has, so I'm going to give him that chance. Maybe we can score a goal. Porro, I'm not going to risk him. Castillo can come in. And, I mean, I could change out the entire team, but I'm just going to make those 3 changes for now. I'm going to berate the team because most pathetic performance I might have ever seen in Football Manager. They picked it up in that second half, though. They've had 8 shots in the second half alone. They've had 5 more shots than them in the second half. Of course, we've not done anything with it, and they've actually scored in fewer shots, much fewer shots. XG's not horrible. Possession is pretty horrible. I know I don't care, but I care a little bit more than that. Kind of need the ball at least a little bit to score, but just Thiago Tomas. I feel like in this tactic, we need a striker that can finish when he's one-on-one. Tomas has been one-on-one twice this match. He's fluffed them both. We need a better striker. There's nothing we can do for this match because Gonçalves has been absolutely horrific. Somehow, Tomas is only on a 6.8. I feel like he should be on the lowest rating on the team. He's been horrible. Tavares is going to get a chance. He's an advanced playmaker. Might as well give young players a chance because we're not playing for anything else. So I'm going to bring Bragança on for Nunez. He's a player I think has a little bit of potential here. I mean, or do I bring on Ditta? I don't think he's actually made a start all season long. So it's not going to start today. I want Bragança on there. Ditta, I don't think has much potential to being anything at this club. Anything more than a 4th or 5th center back. Garte obviously has some potential, but he's actually played a little bit more than Bragança has, so I'm just going to make those changes. Who cares at this point? Just get to the end of the game. There's going to be one more highlight. It's going to start with us. Sarabia into Escaio. Back to Tavara. Into Fidal. Coates, not exactly where I'd want him. On the edge of the area on the corner, but we actually have, I think, did that hit the post? So it wasn't technically a shot on target. I think I'm still yet to see a shot on target in the entire game from us. And Porto win the league. I mean, they were the better team. There's no doubting that. They were significantly ahead of us in the table. But considering how we played away against Benfica, that was embarrassing. I don't want to see this. I do not care. I know we're underdogs, but losing in that manner to a rival is strictly embarrassing. We're going to have to work very hard this upcoming preseason if we have any chance of trying to compete for the title. That result will obviously be a disappointment, but what did you make of the team's performance today? We were really poor today. We'll have to improve in the future. Saying that, our second half was promising, but still not good enough. How'd you rate the clash as a final match? It was hardly a performance to cheer our fans. Let's put it that way. Not great, but we still finished 4th. We get guaranteed Europa League group stage football. I mean, with improvements, do we have a chance of winning the Europa League? Possibly. I don't know. We're going to have to make improvements, though. So, yeah, that's how the season's going to end. 4th place. I guess there's room to improve. And we're going to have to improve significantly this offseason. There's quite a few changes I think need to be made in terms of personnel. And I'm going to try to make those if we have the money to do it. I don't know what kind of money we'll get. We haven't been given our budgets yet, which is kind of weird. I feel like I would be given it after this match, but still nothing yet. Hopefully we get some money. One player I do want to sign is Pedro Porro. He's got a $10 million optional future fee, so I want to take him up on that because he's very good. I legitimately don't think we could get a better right back in this save for Sporting. So definitely want him, but yeah, there's definitely going to have to be improvements made. I think I need a new striker, but we'll go through that in the next episode. That's going to be the end of season review and off-season special. So that's going to be the end of this one. If you made it this far, why don't you like the video, subscribe, and click the bell. The links to all my socials and my Twitch are in the description. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.